Hallo, hallöchen, liebe Leute, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video hier bei Gamer. Wir schauen uns heute eine Cartoon Cat bei Top 2010 Top 10 an.
Subscribe right now, or you're going to have expert at luring cartoon cat sightings to discover if they were genuinely spotted on camera. Videos, and in this recording, where he suddenly heard strange noises behind the closed door, so this man decided to check it out. Getting closer, the cameraman noticed the sound to be of a cat, but there wasn't anything. Looking everywhere he could, he found nothing out of the ordinary, but the strange voices grew deeper, and from there he'd begun to freak out, waving his torch to find something real soon or run for it. Before he could think that, the monstrous beast came out of nowhere to snuff him out. But while the video is terrifying and convincing, knowing whether it is real or not is still subjected to debate. Number 9. The Hungry Cartoon Cat. Not many cartoon cat sightings on the internet today are worthy of this list, as a single glance at most of them would point them as fake. But this one, recorded on a fateful night in April of 2020, definitely needs analysis. Though what happened before the video and why the witness came to the quiet neighborhood late at night wasn't included in its description, it seems he was trying to cover a story with his camera. Some sound must have startled him because he had his camera moving around like a man in search of a ghost until suddenly the cartoon cat came at him. And all we could hear afterward was a loud backstage scream, indicating that the sneaky monster got a decent snack. Now, we know that things aren't what they seem, and it's hard taking the word of one man to substantiate a legend, especially one that only came up as recently as 2018. Number 8. The Roadside Cartoon Cat. From May 23rd, 2020, this video shows a man stepping out of his car to search for something he saw while driving by a road. He seems unsure of what he was looking for to safeguard the nearby residents. But after searching for a while and not finding anything, he decided to return to his car. On getting back, he saw a huge shadow appearing from his rear, and all of a sudden, it attacked him, shutting out the video. For many, this was undoubtedly a cartoon cat attack, following Henderson's description. However, this video was part of a series of recordings released by a YouTube channel called Paranormal World, a channel that has always been dreaded monster lives in that precise location, and they search real hard before they haunted park reported with missing people in its records. According to them, they were convinced that the dreaded monster lives in that precise location, and they searched real hard before they can meet with the cat. But when they did, the site was too scary for any of them to wait behind. However, when we researched deeper about the source of the video, we figured that the guys in it actually own a YouTube channel dedicated to various cryptids, and they were hunting a cartoon cat believed to be on the loose in the neighborhood based on requests by their subscribers. We know there are many fakeries out there, even on YouTube, so you can't blame us for being skeptical. But if everything else wrong with the video will be forgiven, the overreaction of the guys featured couldn't go unnoticed. Plus, we have no idea how they escaped without a scratch at such proximity to the notorious beast. So with that, we vote the video an elaborate hoax. Number 6. The Stalking Cartoon Cat. When an abandoned building is being explored, something creepy will inevitably be discovered, but unraveling a cryptid monster whose very existence in real life poses a dilemma to many people is almost unlikely. This video, originally uploaded on YouTube in March of 2020, Sleeping, the cartoon was. In the video, you can see a set of animated pictures that explains the encounter of a man with a cartoon cat in. Luckily, he was able to make it out with a few pictures as backdrops. Though the video is barely convincing. No, we're not talking about the cartoon cat that was later cited in the film, but the background. Crystal clear it was. The cartoon cat, however, was a big turnoff. Going by Trevor's description of a cartoon cat, it has an elastic body that gives it the ability to stretch to any length, meaning that it could have grabbed hold of the cameraman in no time at such a videoing distance. But it didn't, giving us a suspicious aura. Well, we can't blame the editor of this video for missing out on the basic principle of a scary video, a jump scare. After all, the recording was only meant to entertain and fuel our fantasies. Number 4. The Flying Cartoon Cat. This short clip shows what unmistakably is a cartoon cat, taking all the descriptions without exceptions. And that's because the picture in the video was originally part of the first photos released by Henderson on his Twitter handle about the monstrous cartoon cats. In the video, we see an urban explorer lurking around an uncompleted building, and he must have been desperate to have walked in such a dark place alone at night, unless he deliberately kept something for his viewers to feel like he uncovered. Like, who walks into an uncompleted building anyways, especially at night, if it's not for publicity stunts? If that's not enough to write the video off, another thing that came out wrong with it was the victim's reaction. Think about it. How come he only made a panicked breath and didn't even attempt to run for dear life? Number 3. Home Alone with a Cartoon Cat. This video almost converted us to horror fans who would stop at nothing to make others believe that cartoon cats are real deal. But let's show you what gave this amazing video away. In the recording, we see a youngster fiddling with his phone until suddenly he heard an object fall from his laundry room. A strange noise it was, given that he was alone in the house at the time. But it was only upon getting to the room that he remembered they also had a cat, making it 2 of them and rationalizing the sound source. However, that sound was not made by any ordinary feline, but a cartoon cat. But it was too late for the boy in the video who acted with such an excellent storyline and jump scare. But 2 things didn't add up. Like other videos on this list, the question bothers on how the same person was able to upload a 98% deadly encounter on his YouTube channel. Now it's time for today's best pick. And for today, we'll look at the ultimate cartoon. Was in an abandoned park, a plot centered at night, plus a shadowless figure standing atop a red ride in the park, the video proves very hard to crack. The figure whose outline closely resembles a cartoon cat is not helping either, as it measured a push that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of cat. And for our last entry, we've decided to investigate the origin of this whole story about the cartoon cat, and that's the work of Trevor Henderson himself. So, we'll tell you a little about the man. Henderson is a master at innovating horrific creatures and an excellent comic artist who has many urban cryptids traceable towards him. Some of which include the Smile Room, the Upside Down Man, and the famous Siren Head. Which means he's very good at what he does, horror fantasies. However, analyzing some of his pictures about the cartoon cat, especially the one captured in a dirt mall in an unknown location, you can't blame us for being skeptical. Because if you go by his words about these beasts' abilities, no one could stand tall in the face of a cartoon cat. But do you see how confident the man holding the torch was in the picture?
Ja Leute, das war's dann aber auch von mir. Wenn ihr wollt, dass ich nächstes Mal wieder auf Siren Head reagiere, dann schreibt es mir doch gerne in die Kommentare. Bis dahin, bleibt gut und tschüss.